a bad breakup with my ex-girlfriend. No man should ever feel suppressed or have to stay silent on their emotions or how they feel. It doesn't make you any less of a man. Maybe a year ago I didn't think I'd ever box again. My mental health was terrible. Suicidal thoughts, long drives at night time, sometimes thinking I weren't gonna make my way back. So it's 8:30 in the evening, one night before fight night. We are literally 24 hours away before I'm hitting them pads with my coach. Got my fight gear on, I'm ready to walk out of the O2. Thank you to my mum and dad for blessing me with it, but obviously people know on my social media I'm constantly in a hot tub. It is the perfect day out for a night of recovery. 24 hours away from O2 Arena. Hot tub time, baby. Yo, see you tomorrow. Right, it's fight day. I'm on our way to the O2 Arena. Currently been picked up by one of my sponsors, Brett Alexander from BPS Security. Look at the vehicle that we're in now. I feel like an absolute celebrity. Professional boxer on his way to the O2 Arena. He's looked after me. He's picked me up from my home address. Met my family, driving me to the O2 now, and then dropping me off later on tonight, no matter if we win or lose. But yeah, I'm feeling good, feeling confident. Picked up my fight kit today from Undisputed Sports. Billy's coming up, his dad Charlie's coming up, and I think one of the professional boxers, Zach's coming up. And then obviously I'll have the boys in my corner. Ollie's going to be in my corner, Brett's going to be in my corner. So yeah, looking forward to it. Not long to go until I'm in that ring. Fight day, baby, let's go. Mental health is a massive thing for me. I have a very strong opinion on it. I have a strong passion for it. I've gone through some experiences myself. Yeah, it all started from when I was in secondary school. From going from the biggest person in the playground in year 6 to going to a secondary school when you're no longer that big person. I brought my attitude from being a big person from year 6 straight into year 7 and then led that up to about year 10 or year 11. Year 7 to year 10 and 11 was fine. Like, I sailed through it. I focused. I was happy, and then it got to like 6th form and the whole thing just caught up on me. People started treating me differently. I started to feel isolated, didn't have many friends. I'd turn up not wanting to go to school. I was begging my mum not to let me out of the car. Since I was a kid, I've suffered with eczema, so my skin would flare up. Like my whole persona, my whole attitude towards school just dipped in like year 11. I wouldn't say I got bullied, because bullying's a very strong word. I never say I get bullied, but I got very isolated. But that's only down to myself and how I come across when I was in secondary school, which is what has made me the man I am today. And my personality's changed completely. So yeah, from secondary school, got isolated, didn't have many friends in year 11. That isolation went from my own school, Borden, to then Westerns, to then Fulston, to then Highstead with girls, to SEC and Sittingbourne, and then that started leaking out to Medway School. And then obviously after school finished, when I hit the age of 18, that's when things went seriously downhill for me. Being allowed to go out to nightclubs. I don't know why, I never felt safe walking outside my front door. There was people on Twitter that wrote tweets about me. There was messages in group chat saying, if someone stabs Kai Forder tonight, I'll pay him like 200 quid, 300 quid. If someone makes sure that Kai Forder doesn't come home to his family tonight, I'll pay you this, I'll pay you that, I'll do this. Tweets were getting wrote about me, tweets were getting wrote about my family from people that didn't even know me. They've just jumped on this bandwagon from other people's opinions about me. I used to go out on nights out to Gallery nightclub. Like, I can't thank this man enough. His name was Devon Modal, and he was the ex-owner of Gallery before it got shut down. He used to treat me like an absolute celebrity. I was lucky enough to be friends with a lad called Brandon Myers and Ollie Edwards, and they brought me into a crowd of people that I never thought I'd be socialising with before, and a boy at 18 years old socialising with people of Love Island, rappers, singers, artists like D-Block Europe, Tory Lanez. I think we were sat on the table once with Gigs, N-Dubs. Like an 18-year-old being treated like that in a nightclub. As much as it was a good thing for me, I felt like that was the worst thing to happen to me, because that brought such a hatred to my table. Everyone was seeing me enjoying myself and getting this VIP treatment and being treated like a celebrity, and I was like, wow, what the fuck? Like, what's he done to deserve this treatment? And yeah, I was stood in Gallery nightclub. I've had a bottle thrown at me, smashed out onto my face. I remember coming home and my mum woke me up in the morning and I had grazes all over my face. Never even told her what actually happened. Just said that I got into a fight on a night out or I was protecting someone, but nah. Someone smashed the glass bottle on the table and fully just went for my face, and I didn't even know who he was. Later on I found out that that guy that did that was offered money to make sure that Kai Fawlter didn't go home that night to his family. So all that, from 18 to 20, that was a shambles. Like, I used to go to events and raves and I could feel people staring at me like, oh, Kai Fawlter just walked in. I hate him. Like, I just despise him, I don't like him. But then people have never actually stood in front of me and spoken to me. Like, they've never engaged in a conversation with me. They don't know who I am, they don't know where I come from, they don't know about my family yet. They've made comments about my family and they make comments about me. I will always remember this one statement: you're not as bad as what everyone says you are. People will come up to me and go, do you know what? I've enjoyed your company tonight. You're not as bad as what everyone says you are. I don't understand where this hatred's come from. And I didn't get it either. I fully didn't get it. My second boxing fight, I got booed to the ring from the changing room all the way to the ring, where the announcer had to turn around and say, what, like, stop this, why are you booing him? He's like, he's not done anything wrong. But that just stuck. It's like I was the most hated guy in Kent. And I still to this day feel like, as much as I have progressed and I've elevated and I've changed myself as a person, I still feel like there is people out there that hate me for no reason. And I invite them people to sit down with me and talk to me and engage in conversation with me and actually tell me why you hate me, why have you got this hatred towards me, why are you getting people to come on nights out and jump me and smash bottles in my face and threaten to stab me.
Through the fire, I'll keep burning on. Well, I'll hold myself together when it all goes wrong. The fire.
I honestly thought I'd go out on a night out one day and not come home to my mum and dad. And they never knew that. I just kept it all to myself.
When it all goes wrong, when it all goes wrong, when it all goes wrong, I'll take my time out.
And then my whole world just fell down. Like, I don't know if people can relate to it. Breakups are hard. To lose that person killed me. My family have given me the best possible life they could ever give me. And they are probably the reason why I'm still here today.
Keep on holding on. Through dark nights we burn bright till the sun set, till the sun set. Through dark nights we burn bright till the sun set. When it all goes wrong, when it all goes wrong, when it all goes wrong, I'll hold myself together, keep on holding on. When it all goes wrong, when it all goes wrong, when it all goes wrong, I'll pull myself together, keep on holding on.
I got with my latest ex-girlfriend. Obviously, I'm not gonna name names, but we were with each other for like 3 years. Absolutely adored the girl, loved her to bits. She was like my best friend, did everything together, was in lockdown together. So things moved very, very quickly. I put my hands up. The way our relationship was going, falling out all the time, getting on top of each other. Sometimes I felt like I weren't appreciated enough. And stupidly, I took negative stuff in our relationship to reach out to other people over Instagram. Stupidly was messaging other people just to feel like I was appreciated and the effort that I was giving I felt wanted. But like, she was a perfect girlfriend, don't get me wrong. Like, she never done me dirty. She'd never slag me off behind my back. Like, she'd always protect me, she'd defend me in front of everybody. When I fought Asher Kelly, she was my biggest supporter, shouting and screaming my name. Like, I could never say a bad word about her, but obviously all the build up of the bad stuff that I did Never physically cheated on her. I would never do that. That's not the person I am. But my stupid behaviour over social media, which has probably got me in trouble most of my life on social, like my behaviour on social media. Yeah, it ruined our relationship. And sadly, obviously, she called it a day. And then my whole world just fell down. Like, I don't know if people can relate to it, but breakups are hard. Like, having someone in your life for 3 years, best friend, girlfriend, like that person is literally like tied to your hip, supporting you every direction you go. To lose that person, it killed me. Yeah, absolutely killed me. There was points where losing her and all the stuff in the past and losing friendship groups, it sent me to the point of thinking, why am I actually here? Like, what is my purpose on this earth anymore? I don't feel loved. The only people that I feel loved by is my family. And don't get me wrong, like, my family have given me the best possible life they could ever give me.
You by the hand I feel. I'm not sure about scars, but you leave my heart to bleed. So please don't take me for no fool. Spend a lifetime in your shoes, now I'm walking. Yes,
They don't deserve to be sat at their son's funeral. They don't deserve to be crying around at a table looking through pictures and memories. Like, they don't deserve that. Like, my mum and dad, like, they deserve the world. They've given me the world. Couldn't bear put my sisters through that position. I wouldn't say suicide's selfish. A lot of people say suicide is selfish, but for me it's not. Sometimes people feel like that's the only way out, and it's not the only way out. Talking to people and reaching out to people, that is the way of dealing with things. Like, when I split up with my ex, my whole world crumbled down. I turned to drink, I didn't turn up to work, I got reported missing at work one time. I've had police at my door asking where Kai Forder is, are you Kai? Like, it just got ridiculous. Abused my body with alcohol, turned my back on boxing. I used to go out driving my car and I'd get to a roundabout and I wouldn't even think about stopping. I'd just think, fuck it. No one loves me, I have no purpose here. I'm hated. I'm the hated guy in Sittingbourne, I'm the hated guy in Kent. And I had no purpose to be on this earth anymore other than my family.
right to the sun, sail to the sun, sail through dark nights. We burn bright to the sun, sail. When it all goes wrong, when it all goes wrong, when it all goes wrong, I'll hold myself together, keep on holding on. When it all goes wrong, when it all goes wrong, when it all goes wrong, I'll pull myself together, keep on holding on.
Yeah, secondary school was a bit of a tough time for Kai. Bit of a tough time as a family, really, watching him go through what he went through. Always said to our kids, you know, don't ever try and be a part of a popular crowd at school, knowing that popular crowds sometimes cause issues. The girls were pretty good, didn't always do what we asked them to do, but Kai was a little bit rebellious to that and decided to be part of a popular group. It was all right for a bit, but then he realised that it was hard to sort of keep up the ante with the children in the school, and it wasn't a good time. It really wasn't. Year 7 I think was fine, year 8 wasn't too bad, but then when he hit like key stage 4, 9, 10, 11, it was just horrendous, absolutely horrendous. Seeing that as a parent and watching him go through that was a really hard time. His skin condition, his eczema, I remember dropping him off at school and him being covered all over his neck, like in skin damage, where he'd been ripping at his neck all the time, where he'd been so stressed. Yeah, it was just a bit of a shit time, really shit time, and not something you want to see your kids go through at all.
I mean, I was always quite young, like there's like 6, 7 years between like me and my brother, so I mean, because I was so young throughout his whole like childhood, like there's a 6, 7 year age gap between us, so like I didn't see too much, and even if I did see it, I don't think I was fully aware of what was actually going on, and I think I was a bit naive to a lot of it, and only over like the past maybe the past 3 or 4 years, like as I've actually developed like mentally, I've actually realised how much shit he did go through, which most of the time I laughed at, which I shouldn't have looking back, but I don't know, I think that was a lot of naivety, and yeah, I was quite young, but the only really like memories I have of his experience and what he went through was, I just had a lot of dark times and a lot of times where I couldn't really see my own brother, which is never something that I would wish on anyone's family. And like he would come home from school or college or being with friends and stuff and just completely isolate himself and shut himself away from everyone, and I don't know if that was his way of coping or if he couldn't cope, and so that was what he decided to do. But I remember one time I'm pretty sure it was just me and my sister at home actually, I'm not even sure you guys were there, but he was in his room for a long time, it was quite quiet, so I think we just came upstairs and saw him sort of sat on his window like ledge. I must have been like, I don't even know, like 8, 9, and I think for me to walk in and see that someone was really struggling, and I'd never seen that before, I'd never been exposed to anything like that before, and yeah, someone that you love so much go through something so dark, yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Back foot or on him?
Centre.
He tried it at me like he was hitting them punch backs, I just don't understand it.
We get
Module's got the horse on it.
a few boys, I get bills,
On top of that, I think I want to go back to like when he decided he wasn't going to do his A-levels, and he then gave up boredom because he just thought, no, I had enough of this, can't do it anymore, the stress is too much. We could see how much it was damaging him as well. As much as obviously we pushed him to do his A-levels, we realised it wasn't the right thing for him. He was working at the time at JD Sports, doing really well. They gave him extra shifts. He became more of a security guard than he did a person that works on the shop floor. He was absolutely brilliant at his job and he absolutely loved it. But then he ended up leaving and needed to find another job, and he ended up working in a pub in town. And I remember like him not having transport home, and obviously now and again we'd go and pick him up because I wanted to make sure he was safe getting home. And on this one occasion we wasn't able to pick him up, and he actually got jumped on the way home from the pub, which was, again, a bit of a shit time. As parents, having to see your son go through that, whether it was someone that, now I can't cry, but it was someone that knew him, who knows, he doesn't know, but he was jumped, and that was awful.
Yeah. The winner interview. You're booked in.
Kai's breakup with his ex, that was a pretty horrific time. I used to worry about him quite a lot because he used to take himself off driving, and one thing I love about my kids, and a lot of people laugh about it, but I'm going to put it on camera, I've got them on trackers. And for us as a family, it works, because if ever he was out drunk and he hasn't called, I knew where he was and I could go and get him, I could go and pick him up. Same with the girls, they're a little bit more sensible than him, but so they were all on trackers, so I could see where he was, but didn't like the fact that he was where he was. Knew that he was in a dark place, a really, really dark place. And if I'd never got a text message from him, I knew that it was a bad time. And that's when I used to worry, and it was absolutely awful. And this one day, I think he'd gone to meet his ex, and when he came back, literally, well, I had to beg him to come back because he'd gone off driving somewhere, and obviously I was worried about him in the car and what he was doing. And I just wanted him home. And as he walked through the door, he just literally fell in my lap, crying. To see your son like that and so down and just hurt is unbearable. It's horrible, not nice. He had a good relationship with his ex. They did have a good relationship. She was a lovely girl. We do all still miss her. Look, it's making me cry as well. But at times, they weren't right for each other, and they knew that they were better off being apart.
Not the problem. The thing about Kai is he's got so much love to give people, and when someone has all that love to give and it's not being taken in the right way, and then that love's then taken off of them, I think that can really break someone, and it did break him.
Taken him a long time, a long time,
yeah.
To be where he needs to be. And that's, you know, it has been a really, really hard year for him mentally. It has broken him completely. He's come through it, but I think without his boxing, probably would have took him a lot longer. He needs to focus. With his mental health side of things, the boxing has been a great distraction. It keeps his focus, it keeps his drive. And for us, I think it's definitely saved his life, without a doubt. It's just been a turning point for him, giving him that focus. And we know when Kai's got a fight coming up, Kai's focused. He doesn't drink. When Kai goes out, we don't see Kai.
He goes out.
Kai goes out. He's lived a good life. Yeah, he's lived a good life in that respect. He's had some good people around him over the last couple of years, and they've definitely helped him. Ollie Edwards, although you are sometimes the bane of his life, I love that boy because he's been there for him. He really has been there for him.
I'm actually probably like the most nervous I've been, I think, for a fight, just because of the scale of it. The only way I've ever looked at Kai in his boxing is for Instagram. It's just a hobby. But I think seeing probably the last maybe 2 fights, or even just this fight and the last one, I think he's taken it so seriously, and all of his training that he's done, and the fact that he hasn't gone out partying and drinking, I think speaks volumes. Like, so much. Shit scared. Actually, I think I like to give it the big talk and act like I don't care, but
she's one of the noisiest there, without a doubt, when you're actually
I'm always
there.
in his corner, definitely.
I think for me, it's like the difference he was actually in weight, and how lean and muscular, and just a completely different concept now. God forbid if he ever gets hit really, really hard and goes down, I think that will absolutely destroy me. But it's the name of the game, you know, it's what he does, it's what he chooses to do, and, you know, I love that it's given him his life back. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, lots of family, friends. I think it's going to be a different experience for him, definitely. You know, it's a bigger place, lots of lights, a different atmosphere. This is a completely different experience, but obviously he's still going to have Bill in his corner for him, which is great. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and you just better bring home the win.
don't even think about stopping. I just think, fuck it. I'm the hated guy in Sittingbourne, I'm the hated guy in Kent. And I have no purpose to be on this earth anymore other than my family.
He's going to come out swinging, nice. Use that brain, yeah? Nice and sharp, through the middle. Nice and sharp through that middle, Kai. That's it, off, that's it. Use your feet, that's it. There you go. And move, there you go. Lovely, lovely. That's it, Kai, lovely. Good. Nice. Good. Kai, as he comes out, hook on the spin, hook on the spin. As he commits, that's lovely, through there. And spin, lovely, good, nice. Nice, Kai, good. That's it, lovely, and move. Pop, pop, there you go. Good, nice. But just keep the feet moving, bomb. Bomb, nice and straight down the pipe. As he comes with that left hook on the spin, as you're spinning, straight back on it. Yeah? Don't give him no room. Don't stay on the ropes too long. Just spin him and then get back to what you're doing. Yeah, feel good? That's it. He's only going to come. He's just tucking up. Watch there as well. He's tucked up. Come on, let's sharpen up now. Let's go. That's it. There you go. Nice. Boy, he's gone now, he's gone. That's it, then back on him now. Close that. There, nice. Good. That's nice. Come round the side. Come round the side. That's it, good. Come round the side. That's it, lovely, good. Come round the side, Kai. There. Come round, that's it, and move. That's nice, good. Lovely, lovely. He's going to come, you know he's going to come, he's going to make you work. But don't work unnecessarily. See that jab there, where he's got his hands there, jab, boom, come right round the side with a right hook, I promise you. If you plant your feet, bump, bump, right round the side of him, yeah? Come on, let's go then, yeah? Nice and sharp then, yeah? Come on, easy, come on. Okay? That's it, there you go. Quiet, set him up, touch him in that right hook, quiet, touch him in that right hook. There, good, no,
The mistakes I've made in life has made me the man I am today. If you make them mistakes, if you do wrong, if you let yourself down, take a step back, fix it. I turned to drink, I didn't turn up to work, I got reported missing at work one time.
Good shot, good boy.
Abused my body with alcohol, turned my back on boxing.
Listen, it's lovely. He's going to walk on to Good shot. No, thank you. Thanks, mate.
I love you so much, man. Thank you.
Love you.
I'm never leaving you. You can beat mental health if you put your mind to it. I did it. You can do it. Anyone can do it. Reach out, speak to people, and trust those to look after you. You're not on your own.
Honestly, I have so much love for this.
Alright, we ain't even started yet.
Giving me everything.
We haven't started yet. Bang.
Does my hair look alright?
Kai, that was so insane. wrestling and you absolutely powerhoused him. You killed him off. How do you feel?
Over the moon. I think my reaction at the end just says it all. I'm an emotional guy. I'm a very emotional guy. I'm in touch with my feelings, but he's huge. And when I got in that ring, I know everyone who didn't know me in the audience was like, this kid ain't gonna try to go size of him. And to stop him like that,
I'm not gonna lie, when we were kind of standing in this corridor, I went, is that guy going against Kai? And I was a bit like, oh my God. But I mean, you completely wiped him off of his feet.
Listen, I have no words. To be honest, like the camp that I've had, it's not the best camp I've had. I've barely been able to get sparring. I've done sessions with my coach Billy. I've been in the gym lifting weights to get a bit more muscle on and powering my shots, but sparring wise, I've barely sparred. And I was nervous tonight, I'm really fucking nervous, but how can I not perform when I've got this team around me? Like,
but you've come away with a win, a massive win. What are you doing now to kind of prepare yourself for the next fight? Have you got anything in line coming up?
Speak to my coach.
Okay, we'll keep that.
I trust
keep that under wraps. We're not telling any secrets.
I trust him.
Okay, so what are you doing to celebrate tonight? I mean, we need a boogie, 100%. We need to get on the dance floor and celebrate this big win.
I think I'm going to Miles' house for a little after in Chelsea.
No! The fear is already setting in.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go there. I weren't gonna celebrate because I had a fight in November, but it doesn't look like it's happening. So I think I'm gonna celebrate tonight.
Well, let it all loose. You've completely taken that in, and you deserve to celebrate. And it was incredible. I've never witnessed anything like it. It was so powerful, and yet so like action. It was just action from start to finish. So no, congratulations on the win. You absolutely smashed it. I'm really looking forward to your next fight.
Yeah.
Any training in line?
Well,
We're just gonna chill out.
I want the title holder now, and I want Will. I want Will all night long.
We're calling someone
I
out.
want Will. He's been dominating over Instagram, but he's not fought anyone decent, so I want Will next.
You heard it here first. He wants Will.
That's it. I've definitely heard him. I've heard the sound.
These memories in tragedy. In all of these places, all of these faces, I didn't wanna let you down. And all these mistakes of mine, I can't replace it. I gotta move on somehow. Healing energy on me, baby.
He comes like that, you see him in the ring. You're not fighting him. You're not fighting him. I want a rematch.
Healing energy on me. When it's 11, I need it. Healing energy on me. Baby, can you make a wish for me?
This is the way it's going to go for the super middleweight ultimate contest. Introducing to you first in this 5 2-minute round contest. We are fucking good. He is.
Yo.
What a fuck.
I know.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. I still can't believe it happened now. It's like the icing on the cake. All the pressure of winning, being at the O2, filming this documentary. Like, imagine doing all this documentary and then on the actual fight night, it not going how we planned, but it went even higher than what we planned. Like, that knockout was unbelievable. I was on cloud 9 for a good week, 2 weeks, but now my feet have settled back down on the ground, and I'm ready to go again.
How are you feeling emotionally right now? Immediately, like after the fight, after it's been, what, 1-2 weeks?
Yeah, Emotions are high. Like emotions were high when I first won. Like I dropped to the floor. I don't know what was going through my head. I think because I've never knocked someone out like that, like out cold. Like, I've never done that to anybody before. In sparring I have, but like in a ring in front of all them people at the O2 Arena, like I think everything just got the better of me and I just fell to the floor. All the other mental health stuff and the fact that I never thought I'd fight again, like thoughts of suicide, thoughts of alcohol abuse and trying to numb myself, so I forgot about all the past that I've been through. Like all them emotions are running so high, and to knock him out in front of all them people, yeah, that's where the emotion comes from. But then it's an added weight to my shoulders because now people are going to be expecting even bigger. I'm expecting even bigger. My coach is going to be expecting even bigger. Like, there's no more fighting on small shows in Kent. There's no more. I was supposed to fight in 10 days' time today to defend my belt. The last week or 2 weeks since my fight, I've just been enjoying myself, relaxing, went to Paris with the family, had a few nights out with the boys because I've missed it over the last 3 months where I've not gone out. I'm just back to business now. Obviously I want to enjoy myself over Christmas, but we are back in the gym this week, ready for a big 2024.
So now that the fight's finished, let's go back to obviously the main reason why we started this documentary.
Yeah.
And that's like the mental health focus.
It's hard, because obviously now that the fight's over, I go back into, like there's nothing there again. Like all the excitement of the fight is finished. The hero moment in the ring is finished. The Instagram uploads are all done with. The excitement sort of drained back down to level 0 again, and now it's all about getting myself back up to that elite level. Obviously I've suffered from bad mental health my whole life, well, especially from secondary school leading up to my age now, I'm 23. But it's all about not going back to that stage and not crumbling and not allowing myself to fall back into that black hole, which is hard to swim out of just bad men's mental health. Obviously I would never go down the route of thinking about suicide or ending my life or sitting in my car and crying for hours and abusing my body with alcohol and going out partying until 5, 6 a.m. in the morning. Like I'm never gonna go down that route again. Now till my next fight, it's all about just keeping up with my training, keeping on that king shit, keep striving forward and not allow myself to sink, because once a man has sunk, it's very, very hard for him to swim back up to the top, and that's what I need to try to avoid happening. But do you know what, like I think now in my life I'm just done and I'm over of trying to gain people's appreciation, gain people's liking, gain people's respect. Like I am who I am. I've made mistakes in the past. I've treated some people unfairly, which has obviously made them walk away from my life, which obviously had a massive effect on me. But I'm human, everybody's human, everybody makes mistakes. But I don't think I'm really bothered about getting people to appreciate me now. Obviously back when I was a bit younger, I was doing things just to change people's opinions on me, but I am who I am. Like if you respect the journey and you appreciate the journey, then come be part of the journey. But if you're gonna hate and stand on the outside and just put a downer on my life and my elevation, then I'm just not here for it. Obviously going back to the whole men's mental health thing, my whole life I've been looking over my shoulder, making sure I've returned home after a night out, making sure I've not got a knife in my back, making sure like my mum and dad have got a son to wake up to every morning. Like I'm just done with I'm done with trying to make people like me. If you don't like me, you don't like me. But never judge someone before you actually know who they are, because you have no idea what people are going through. And like little comments on social media, and when someone is getting that 24/7, like words hurt. And if you've not got a strong circle around you, like you have no idea how much them words can affect people. So yeah, it costs nothing just to be nice to people. And I've learnt that, and that's what's had a massive change in me, and which is why I'm producing this documentary, because we all just need to start being more nice to each other. Listen, it's out there, men struggle with it, women struggle with it. Kids from the ages of like 10 to 17, 18 probably struggle with it the most. So just look out for people and don't be afraid to speak your feelings and be the person that you are. Because listen, in life everyone's going to judge you, everyone's going to have an opinion on you, everyone's going to sit there and take the piss out of you, but they're just jealous because they wish they was elevating as much as you are. And every day you wake up is a blessing. Look at your family around you, look at your friends around you, look at the life that you've had around you before deciding that it's not enough for you no more. So
My life is a movie, and everyone's watching. So let's get to the good part and past all the nonsense. So girl, it's hard to do the right thing.
do I have any regrets? Wow. Obviously a big regret for me is my behaviour in the past, because it's made a lot of people that were close to me and special to me go. Obviously I've touched upon it in a documentary already. It's done in the water now, time to move on and time to find other people, but obviously breaking up with my ex had a big impact on my life, especially on my mental health and how I've moved forward with it now. Like the dating game is so scary for me now. Putting my heart on my sleeve to other people is so scary for me now, and I shut myself off quite a lot, which is now like, even like today, it's been well over a year now since we split, but my biggest regret is probably how that ended, because you don't realise, a life lesson for everybody, you don't realise what you've got and how good you've got it until it's no longer there. Like, you always think the grass might be greener on the other side, but if you're content, and you're happy, then there's no point changing that patch of grass, like, at all. Just stay put and work things out. I think the main problem with society nowadays is that no one knows how to communicate with each other. No one can sit down and actually talk about problems and make things better for the two of you. They just sort of hide away from it and shy away from it and run away, and then things never get sorted. Probably my only regret is allowing people that I had a lot of love for, a lot of care for, even some of my friends that are no longer friends with me and part of my circle, allowing them to walk away, or me walking away from them, because life's too short. I could die tomorrow. Them people that were important to me can die tomorrow, and I'll be sat around just thinking about how badly it all ended. So if you do have regrets in life, especially with other people, sort your shit out. Come together as adults and speak and talk about it and sort it out, because life's way too short. Way too fucking short.
What's next with your boxing?
2024, big nights, bright lights, more entertainment. I think DKM, either DKM promotions, AMC promotions, like there was a lot of London promotions that want the big main event of me versus Will next. And I've spoken to Will's team, spoken to the boys down at AMC, and they want it. So Will all night long is definitely next, and be ready. As professional and respectful this is going to be, and we're going to sell a hell of a fight and a lot of tickets. Will, I'm coming for you.